Ever pondered on what's the story about what blue light does to your eyes? Today we'll delve into this intriguing topic. Blue light. We hear about it all the time, but what is it really? Simply put, blue light is a type of light with a short wavelength, which means it produces higher amounts of energy. It's a part of what's known as the visible light spectrum. That's the light we can see with our naked eyes. Now, where do we encounter this so-called blue light? The answer might surprise you. It's practically everywhere. The biggest source of blue light is, in fact, sunlight. That's right. When you step outside on a sunny day, you're basking in a sea of blue light. And it's not just the outdoors. Blue light is also prevalent indoors. It's emitted by most of the digital devices we use daily, from our smartphones and tablets to our laptops and LED TVs. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's important to remember that not all blue light is bad. In fact, exposure to some amount of blue light can be beneficial. It can boost alertness, enhance mood, and even help regulate our sleep cycles. Blue light exposure during daytime hours can actually help maintain a healthful circadian rhythm, the body's natural sleep-wake cycle. But too much of anything can be harmful, and that's precisely where the issue with blue light arises. In this digital age, our exposure to blue light has skyrocketed. We're spending more time than ever in front of screens, working, studying, or simply unwinding with our favorite shows. And with this increased exposure comes increased risk. But what kind of risk are we talking about here? How can this seemingly innocuous light from our devices and the sun cause harm? The answer lies in how our eyes process blue light. Unlike other types of light, the human eye is less capable of filtering out blue light. And this lack of natural protection can lead to potential damage. So with blue light all around us, what exactly does it do to our eyes? Let's find out. So what exactly is blue light? Well, let's start from the basics. Light itself isn't simply the brightness that fills our world and helps us see. It's actually made up of a spectrum of different colors, each with its own unique wavelength and energy level. Imagine a rainbow, if you will. At one end, you have red light, with longer wavelengths and less energy. As you move across the spectrum, the wavelengths get shorter, and the energy increases. Blue light sits snugly at the other end, just before the invisible ultraviolet light. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Blue light has a wavelength of between 400 to 495 nanometers. This makes it one of the shortest high-energy wavelengths in the visible light spectrum. It's this high energy that makes blue light stand out from its peers. Again, the biggest source of blue light is sunlight. But it's not just the sun that's dishing out these high-energy wavelengths. Many of the screens we use daily, think your laptop, smartphone, or television, emit significant amounts of blue light. Even some types of indoor lighting, like LED and fluorescent lights, give off blue light. So why are we talking about it? Here's the thing. While some blue light exposure is essential for good health, helping regulate our sleep and wake cycles, as well as our mood and cognitive performance, too much of it can have negative effects, especially when it's coming from our screens and not the great outdoors. This is because, unlike other UV rays, blue light passes straight through your cornea and lens, right to the back of your eye. Over time, this can potentially cause damage to your light-sensitive cells in your retina. And that's why understanding blue light is so important. Now that we understand what blue light is, we can dive into its effects on our eyes. So, how does blue light affect our eyes? The answer might surprise you. Firstly, let's consider eye strain. When we're exposed to high amounts of blue light, especially from screens, our eyes can start to feel tired and irritated. This is often called digital eye strain. Symptoms can include dry eyes, blurred vision, and even headaches. If you've ever spent a long day working on a computer or binging your favorite show and felt your eyes getting tired, you've likely experienced this. Next, there's the issue of sleep disruption. Blue light can mess with our internal body clock, known as our circadian rhythm. This rhythm is what tells us when to wake up and when to go to sleep. When we're exposed to blue light, especially in the evening, it can trick our bodies into thinking it's still daytime. This can make it harder to fall asleep and can disrupt the quality of our sleep. If you've ever found yourself lying awake in bed after a late-night scroll on your phone, blue light could be the culprit. But the effects of blue light can go beyond just eye strain and sleep disruption. Some studies suggest that prolonged exposure to blue light can potentially lead to more serious health issues. These include age-related macular degeneration, which can lead to vision loss. While the research is still ongoing, it's a reminder that we need to be mindful of how much blue light we're exposed to. Of course, it's important to remember that not all blue light is bad. Some blue light exposure is actually good for us. It can help boost our mood, alertness, and even memory. But like many things in life, it's all about balance. Too much of a good thing can become a problem. As you can see, blue light can have a significant impact on our eyes. But what can we do about it? Fear not, there are ways to protect your eyes from the potential harm of blue light. As we dive deeper into this digital age, it's essential to know how to shield ourselves from the possible adverse effects of our technology. One of the most impactful steps we can take is to protect our eyes from the omnipresent blue light of our screens. Firstly, consider using blue light filters. These are available for all types of screens, from your smartphone to your desktop computer. They work by changing the color temperature of your display, reducing the amount of blue light it emits. Some devices even have built-in settings that allow you to adjust the color balance, so take advantage of these features if they're available. The setting is commonly called night light on mobile and computers devices. Another practical step is to wear protective glasses, specifically designed to filter out blue light. They're not just for those who need prescription glasses, anyone can wear them. These glasses have special lenses that block or absorb the blue light, preventing it from reaching your eyes. They can be particularly helpful if you spend long hours in front of a screen and can help reduce eye strain and improve sleep quality. Taking regular breaks from screens is also essential. The rule of thumb is the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. This practice allows your eyes to rest and refocus, reducing the strain of staring at a screen for extended periods. Additionally, consider adjusting your screen brightness. A too bright screen can cause more eye strain, so try to keep your display brightness in line with the light level in your surroundings. Lastly, don't forget about good old-fashioned sunlight. Natural light is the best kind of light for your eyes. So, make sure to step outside and soak up some sun, or at least open your curtains to let in natural light. Remember, our eyes are our windows to the world. It's up to us to protect them from potential harm. By taking these steps, we can help protect our eyes from the potential harm of blue light. Fun fact: we have an editor on the team who is severely sensitive to light. She utilizes gamer glasses and the nightlight filter on all her devices in order to operate. She has explained that before she took her sensitivity to light seriously, she would often have migraines and eye pain that wouldn't subside until she spent at least 6 to 12 hours in complete darkness. You might be thinking, what does it actually feel like? Well, she said when she's exposed to blue light with no protection, it feels like a slight burning sensation, along with feeling like her eyes are being forced to stay opened even though she blinks. Isn't that fascinating? We've learned quite a bit about blue light and its effects on our eyes, haven't we? It's been quite a journey delving into the science behind this seemingly harmless, yet impactful aspect of our daily lives. In our exploration, we discovered what blue light actually is, a part of the visible light spectrum with the shortest wavelengths and highest energy. It's everywhere, from the sun to our digital screens. But it's not all bad news, as we've seen that blue light from the sun does have its benefits, like boosting alertness and helping with mood. And yet, the reality is that our eyes aren't built to handle long-term exposure to artificial sources of blue light. We've seen how this can lead to digital eye strain, disrupted sleep cycles, and even potential damage to our retinas over time. It's a sobering thought considering how much of our lives are now spent in front of screens. But remember, it's not about eliminating blue light completely, but rather about balance and protection. We've talked about practical steps to protect our eyes, using blue light filters on our devices, wearing blue light blocking glasses, And even simple habits like taking regular screen breaks and practicing the 20-20-20 rule. That's looking away from your screen every 20 minutes, at something 20 feet away, for 20 seconds. Of course, we've also explored the importance of regular eye checkups. They are vital in detecting any early signs of eye strain or potential damage. So, let's take what we've learned and put it into action. Let's be mindful of our screen time, use the tools and habits we've discussed to protect our eyes, and let's not forget those regular eye checkups. Remember, knowledge is the first step towards protecting our eyes. Be mindful of your screen time and take care of your eyes. Until next time, stay curious and keep pondering.